Hello and welcome. We're about to walk through what might just be the most important journey of your career. And look, this isn't just about a new job title. Not at all. This is about signing up for a mission. So let's dive in and really explore what it means to be a Think 25 strategy and decision intelligence consultant.
Okay, let's start with the big problem. The very reason we exist. This quote, well, it just nails it. Critical thinking is becoming scarce. We are drowning in information, but people are forgetting to just stop and ask, why? They're jumping to the wrong conclusions, and that leads to some really costly mistakes and incredible missed opportunities. This single challenge is what sparked the entire Think 25 movement. And our answer to that challenge? It's Think 25. You see, we're a global movement, and our goal is nothing less than to change the way the entire world decides. I mean, just look at our logo. That's not just a cool design. It shows the two halves of the brain working together in perfect harmony. It's a symbol for the balanced, structured, and deeply cooperative way of thinking that we bring into every single organization we work with. All right, so let's get into our first section, the call. This is where we really unpack the mission that you are going to be a part of. We're going to see why your role even exists and why it's more critical right now than, well, ever before. You know, the reason for our mission is actually pretty simple, but it's also incredibly profound. It's this. The world, for the most part, makes decisions by reaction, not by actual thinking. What does that mean? It means major choices are being driven by gut feelings, by shaky data, or, let's be honest, by whoever is the loudest person in the room. Our entire purpose is to replace that chaos with clarity. We're here to shift the whole paradigm from just reacting to making structured, powerful, and thoughtful decisions. So how do we tackle a problem that big? Well, we operate on two levels. First, there's the organic level. Here, we empower everyday people and small companies with tools, some free, some low cost, to help them make better choices. But where you come in, that's the consultant level. And this is where the real seismic transformation happens. You'll be the one working with huge organizations to unlock the collective brainpower they already have, but right now have no idea how to use. Which brings us right to Section 2, the tools. This is the system we put all our trust in. And listen, it is not based on opinions or some fleeting business trend. We're about to look at the rock-solid, scientifically proven framework that gives everything we do its power, and, just as importantly, its credibility. At the very heart of everything we do is something called the Analytic Hierarchy Process, or AHP for short. Now, this isn't some newfangled idea we cooked up last year. It's a world-renowned technique developed by the brilliant Dr. Thomas Soddy, and it's backed by more than 50 years of peer-reviewed scientific research. It is, quite literally, the science of taking overwhelming, complex problems and breaking them down into clear, simple, manageable judgments. And here is the absolute beauty of it. This incredibly powerful method is just simple. AHP uses this super intuitive 1 to 9 scale, so when you're comparing two things, let's say two different marketing plans, the system just asks, okay, how much more important is Plan A than Plan B? It's a genius process that translates our very human, nuanced judgments into a perfectly consistent mathematical framework. But you might be asking, how do we make sure those judgments are actually logical? That's where this number comes into play. Think of it as our built-in quality control. It's called the consistency ratio, or CR. The system literally checks your math to see if your judgments are contradicting each other. And we have a super strict rule. The CR has to be 10% or less. This guarantees that every single decision is built on a foundation of solid, consistent logic. No exceptions. Now, let's be crystal clear on this next point. Your power as a Think 25 consultant has absolutely nothing to do with being a tech guru. The platform is what we call a neural tool, which is just a fancy way of saying it works the way our brains naturally work. It's so intuitive. Your job isn't to mess around with software. Your job is to guide the critical thinking process. The software just does the heavy lifting in the background. Okay, let's move on to Section 3, the path. This is all about defining your unique role in all of this. And it is so vital to get this right. You are not a traditional consultant. You are a guide. You are a facilitator of human behavior and structured thinking. This chart just lays it all out perfectly. A traditional consultant, they walk in the door with a binder full of what they think are the answers. But you walk in with the right questions.
They're focused on technical reports and spreadsheets. You're focused on the human beings and the group dynamics behind the decisions. They give a solution, you guide the team to find its own solution, and that creates real, genuine ownership that lasts.
The best way to think about your role is as the conductor of an orchestra. See, the company already has all the brilliant musicians, the experts in finance, in marketing, and operations. But without a conductor, all you have is noise. You are the one who brings them all together, who harmonizes their different points of view, who navigates the internal politics and turns all those competing solos into a powerful symphony. You're the one who makes the music happen.
Okay, so let's get practical. Welcome to Section 4, The Quest. This is your proven step-by-step game plan for getting out there, launching your presence, and making an immediate real-world impact. So, your go-to-market strategy? It is not about making cold calls or sending out a million emails. No way. It's about creating incredible value from the very first moment you interact with someone. And we do this through exclusive, high-impact, invitation-only events. This approach immediately positions you as a trusted expert, not just another salesperson. It is your single most powerful tool for building credibility and attracting exactly the right kind of clients. And crucially, you're not inviting just anybody to these events. We have a very specific target audience we call dolphins. Just think of them as these super intelligent, influential leaders who navigate the corporate world with real purpose. These are your CEOs, your company owners, the key leaders who not only get our mission on a deep level, but also have the authority to say yes and make big things happen fast. Focusing on them is the secret to making a huge impact quickly. And here it is, your exact playbook. This is a proven step-by-step process. We'll take you from mastering the philosophy and building your target list of dolphins all the way through to running a flawless event and following up like a pro. And the goal is incredibly clear. We want you to convert over half of the people in that room into high-value clients. This is not guesswork, folks. It is a structured path to success. And finally, we get to the really exciting part. The rewards. This is our last section, and it's where we look at the incredible value you're going to create for your clients and, of course, the significant financial and personal rewards you'll get in return for your work. Your financial model is built for success, plain and simple. It's based on 3 very distinct and very powerful streams of revenue. So let's break them down. First, and this is the big one, you keep 100% of your consulting fees. That's all yours. Second, you earn a major share of the revenue that comes from those exclusive events you host. And third, and this is my favorite part, you get a reoccurring 7% commission on every single client you bring to the platform for the entire life of their subscription. It's a model designed to directly and continuously reward you for the impact you make. Look, this is so much more than a role. It is a path to mastery. You're going to start as a practitioner, learning the ropes on supervised projects. From there, you'll grow into a full-fledged consultant, leading your own major transformations. And eventually, you can reach the level of master consultant, where you'll not only handle the most complex projects, but also mentor the next generation, actively shaping the future of this entire movement. So we'll just leave you with this one final thought. Every decision we make, whether it's big or small, shapes our future. We know that better decisions are possible. That's not up for debate anymore. The only real question left is, who is going to be there to guide them? So who will you empower to think?